Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder adventure. Today we're headed to Ottawa, Kansas. The history of Ottawa can be traced back to the 1830s when the Ottawa tribe of Native Americans were relocated to this area from Ohio. The tribe established a reservation on the banks of the Marais River, and in 1837 the Ottawa Indian Mission was founded near the reservation. In 1864, the city of Ottawa was founded near the mission. The city was named after the Ottawa tribe, and it quickly became a center of trade and commerce. The city was also a major stop on the Santa Fe Trail, which ran through Kansas from Missouri all the way to New Mexico. Ottawa is the county seat of Franklin County, and our first stop that we're taking a look at is the Franklin County Courthouse. This is located on Courthouse Square right here in downtown Ottawa, Main Street. The courthouse was built from 1892 to 1893, and prior to that there really wasn't a permanent courthouse in the county. Architect George P. Washburn designed the courthouse in the Romanesque Revival style. He used red brick, and it's considered one of Washburn's most outstanding works. Washburn actually designed over across 3 states about 15 different county courthouses. As we walk through the downtown area heading south here from the courthouse, you'll notice that there are a ton of historic buildings that you can see in downtown Ottawa. Many of these date from the late 1800s and early 1900s and go all the way up to about the 1950s with this old service station or automobile dealership. As we go along the walk, we'll point out a few of the more historic buildings that we see in the downtown area. This two-story neoclassical building that we see in front of us is the Ottawa Carnegie Library. It was built in 1903. It was built with Andrew Carnegie's grant of $15,000, which was matched by the city with a site and a commitment to devote 10% of the amount of the gift annually for maintenance of the building. This is another building that was designed by George P. Washburn architectural firm, and today now houses a cultural center here in downtown Ottawa. Ahead of us is the Dietrich cabin. This is a log cabin that's located in Ottawa's City Park. Jacob Dietrich, a German immigrant, built the cabin in 1859. This cabin replaced the family's original home, which was built in 1857, but burned down the following year. After Dietrich died in 1863 of pneumonia, his wife Catherine maintained the cabin while raising their 3 sons. The cabin later became a farmhouse and several rooms were added to it. In 1961, the cabin was restored to its original condition and moved here by the Franklin County Historical Society. This is one of the few surviving examples of a pioneering log cabin in the state of Kansas. We're now walking past First Baptist Church. This building was constructed between 1886 and 1895. George P. Washburn, who designed the courthouse, completed the west wing of the building here in 1886, and in 1895 the main auditorium was built, and the resulting stone church is a great example of Romanesque Revival styling. It has a 100-foot bell tower set diagonally to the 2 gables and a massive stone arches that span all the openings. Inside, other features that Washburn designed were a semicircular pulpit and baptistry, circular oak pews that mimic the shape of the balcony, and a concave ceiling with 24 gas burner chandeliers. Across the street from First Baptist Church is Methodist Episcopal Church. This building was constructed in 1903 with a large addition added in 1924. This building was also designed by architect George P. Washburn, and he designed it in the Victorian Gothic style in 1903. It was built with funds raised by the congregation and a generous donation from Samuel Warbaugh. This large building in front of us is the Ottawa Municipal Auditorium. It was constructed in 1919, and the architect was once again George P. Washburn. This large brick building that we see here on the corner of the intersection of Main Street and 3rd is the Old North American Hotel. This was one of the nicest hotels in downtown Ottawa between 1945 and 1965. Today the hotel has been converted to apartments, offices, and condominiums. The small city of Ottawa, Kansas claims that this movie theater that we're seeing, the Plaza Theater, has been showing films since 1905. That would make it the oldest operating cinema in America and also in the world. It has survived, it says, because Ottawa has never been too small not to have a movie theater or too large to attract a multiplex. This building actually began as a building constructed by William T. Pickrell. It was used to sell agricultural instruments as well as other earlier businesses, which included a millinery, barbershop, photography studio, billiard hall, restaurant, jeweler, and tobacco store. The Bijou was the first movie theater in 1905, which was in this location. It later became the Crystal Theater, which partially burned down in 1917 and was closed in 1929. In 1937, the building was remodeled in this Art Deco style as the Plaza Theater and completely renovated in 2006. During the American Civil War, Ottawa was a center of abolitionist activity. The city was a stop on the Underground Railroad, and many escaped slaves passed through Ottawa on their way to freedom. In 1857, pro-slavery militia burned a portion of the Ottawa Indian Baptist Mission. After the Civil War, Ottawa continued to grow and prosper. The city became a major railroad hub, and it was also home to a number of businesses and industries. In 1867, Ottawa University was founded and became a major center of higher education in Kansas. If you do a search on my channel, you'll see a complete walkthrough of Ottawa University. In the early 20th century, Ottawa was hit by a series of floods. The most devastating flood occurred in 1951 when the Cygnes River overflowed its banks and caused widespread damage. The flood destroyed many homes and businesses and also displaced thousands of people. Eventually, floodgates as well as levees were enacted or erected, and Ottawa then continued to grow and thrive. I hope you've enjoyed this tour of downtown Ottawa, Kansas. If you have, make sure to hit that like button and also make sure to hit subscribe so that you can see future Wandering Walks of Wonder adventures and tours around the United States. Take care now. Bye-bye.